Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to be joined with Marcos with his movie My Quinceañera. Let's take a look at the clip.
Cuando yo tenía 16 años, mi hermana tuvo su quinceañera. Yo la veía y decía, ¿cómo quisiera ser yo esa quinceañera? Pero solo fue un sueño, nada más, que se quedó disperso y no se realizó.
Marcos, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the New Filmmakers LA family, and thank you so much for bringing your film to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here, and no, you're so welcoming. So I'm already feeling at home.
Oh, good. You're at home. We're going to stay here. We'll just stay here and chat now. I love your film so much. Like, I am so glad you made it. I'm so glad you just put a spotlight on this amazing experience. For those that haven't seen your film, your documentary, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so My Quinceañera, it's a short documentary that celebrates the identity, the resilience, and the cultural pride of Karina. Karina is a transgender woman and a construction worker from Phoenix, Arizona. And she fulfills her lifelong dream of celebrating her quinceañera when she turns 50. And the film touches on themes of identity, family acceptance, and substance abuse through a lens of joy, but also community.
I love Karina. She's so amazing. What an amazing human being. And I love this whole party at the age of 50 to have this great celebration. I mean, it's you know, she waited many years for this moment,
Right,
you know?
right.
How did you discover this story? Where did it begin?
So everything started, I think the idea, the inspiration for this was born back in 2019 to offer a counter narrative to the way mainstream media portray transgender women through a lens of tragedy, violence. And when I found out about that Karina was having her quinceañera through social media, that's when I reached out and I offered to film her quinceañera without even knowing whether this was going to be a film or not.
Wow. So you found out through social media?
Through social media, but
Wow.
I had been friends with her for years.
Yeah.
So that's when I saw that she was having her quinceañera, and I felt like, okay, this could be a great opportunity to shift that narrative, and so that that trans immigrant community is seen different by others, but not only by others, but also their own community, because many times they don't see themselves as that.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And how, like, you have to have that sense of trust when you're, you know, a documentary filmmaker, and you ask them to say, hey, I want to make a film about your experience. How was that reaction in working with her and saying, hey, I want to make a film with you? What did she say?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the beginning, she was really excited, but also a little bit cautious, because that would mean like disclosing so much information about her life. So from the beginning, I wanted to make sure that I was telling a film with care, dignity, and respect. And no, it was very collaborative. I wanted to make sure that we had so many discussions, so many chats, so many interviews, and for me to like get to know her to a point where I was able to tell a story like very authentically, but also like capture her story at its core. And she was very open. She allowed me to come into her space, her home, her family as well. It took a little bit of time to get with her sisters, but eventually we got to that level of trust.
When you're having to like document a live event, like, you know, you've got one chance, really, haven't you? Like, how was that experience? Because there was so much going on as well.
Yeah, so that's it was just me. It was
Just you?
It was just me I was doing camera, audio, everything.
Marcos, that's amazing. You're amazing. That's amazing. How'd you do that?
Well, I have my background also comes from like cinematography. So I have experience in cinematography, editing, and then but at the end of the day, I just want to direct. So it was great to have those skills. So I went there, I was just filming, and I think that was actually one of the challenges that I I filmed the end of the short documentary, and then I had to work backwards to build that story. That was our challenge because I didn't get to capture those emotional beats to create that depth.
Yeah.
Uh, put that closure in her story. So I ended up using uh, experimenting with a slow motion, sounds, music to
Yeah.
create that, to put that closure and that emotional depth to her
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, you certainly captured that. From the beginning, when you reached out to say you wanted to make the documentary, to where you finished, what did you learn from making this documentary that maybe surprised you, or things that kind of happened even in production or just through emotionally? What did
Yeah.
you kind of learn from, like, things that you weren't necessarily expecting when you first started?
Yeah, there are a few things. One of them, I think it was just a very humbling experience, just to learn more about Karina. As I mentioned, have friends who are trans, and there's so much to their lives that what the mainstream media portrayed. They're expressive, they're fun, they're creative, they're so resilient. So learning about Karina's story, her journey, and then also uh, transitioning, understanding that her trans identity until like when she was 39, that was really that was impactful. Just to know
Yeah.
that there's a generational uh, group of trans women that they're finally accepting who they are until like later in life. So that's something that I learned. And then something else was just to I think to trust my instinct, but also embrace those imperfections,
Yeah.
uh, because not everything's perfect.
Absolutely. There's such a light to this particular story as well, because obviously this is something that normally takes place, right, when you're a young girl, in the
Right.
community, and then to come through later through the transition, the person you're supposed to be, and coming at this point. How was it for you? How was the reaction in the experience, like, with the people experiencing, a quinceañera, like someone with 50 years old that has transitioned? How was the community response? Because they've probably never experienced anything like this either, have they?
Yeah, no, you're so right. Yeah, I think having the film uh, at these festivals, in these screenings, was
Yeah.
really moving.
Yeah.
I think it made me realize that it reminded me why I need to make these films, to create a space for joy,
Yes.
uh, for uh, for transformation as well and
Yeah.
celebration, because a lot of these audience members, we would be like in film festivals in Colorado, like middle of nowhere, and we would see audience members come up to us, to Karina and I, and then just how the film resonated with them. It was just so impactful because either they knew of someone, their own kid was also going through that transition, or even for the own community of that trans immigrant community, they felt so empowered to see in the big screen. It really made them realize that they could do these kind
Yeah.
of celebrations.
Yeah.
And a year later, after Karina had her quinceañera, another trans woman in Tucson, Arizona, also had her
Oh,
quinceañera
really? I
celebration.
love it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
amazing. So there's gonna be many more.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
film them all,
Yeah,
Marcos.
so it's like it's that ripple effect that it's
Yeah.
creating.
And that's the beauty
That's
of
the
what
beauty in it.
this is what it
Yeah.
all is. It was, well done for making this film. I think on so many multiple levels, this film needed to be made. And I'm so glad that you were the person to make it. And this was obviously part of New Filmmakers LA, our queer film festival, but also our In Focus we had a pure transgender program, trans stories, and so many stories out there, isn't there, that would need to be told. But I think, like, as well as for the own community, what do you hope people outside of community can take from the film, can experience from the film?
Yeah. What I hope that they can experience. I think empathy.
Yeah.
I think something that I would like for people to experience it's empathy. Understand that the lives of transgender women. They're not as easy as they might be, but there's also there are so many layers to their lives. They're not just like sex workers, or in this case she's a construction worker, but they have so many skills. They're so creative, and they can be more than one thing that and
Yeah.
one thing that we box them in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm so glad that you're a filmmaker because you did a really, really
Thank
good job with this. But I'm very excited. Where are you taking us next? Where are we going?
So my next project, I am working on a short documentary. I'm currently in pre-production for that. I'm casting. It's called Alas. It's a short film about a rising music video director here in Los Angeles who was barred from pursuing his career here in the States. And so when he gets a job opportunity abroad, he has to decide whether he leaves or he takes the job, or he stays behind, knowing that it's gonna come with reversible consequences.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
ready
it.
for it.
Yeah,
Can you
so-
bring it to us? Can you
Yes,
Brad?
yes, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
listen, best wishes with
Yeah,
production
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, thank you.
We're super proud of you, and thank you for shining a light on Chris and Yetta. And we can't wait to watch your next project. But thank you so much,
Yeah,
Marcus.
thank
We
you so much.
appreciate you.
Thank
Thank you, Marcus,
thank
everybody.
you.